Okay, so anyways, let's begin this, and let me just have you. Okay, let's brush it up once what we have seen, or else okay, so that you will get an overview idea, and then we'll start up with the process here. Okay, so just let me brush it up the things. Okay, guys. So as you already know, what is an Azure? Yes, Azure is the name used by the Microsoft. Am I right? Azure is the name used by the Microsoft. And what is my data? Is nothing but what? Information. Okay, information. Data is nothing but what, guys? Information. Then you have what's it, guys? Engineering. So engineering. So overall, we can say that Azure Data Engineering is nothing but Azure is the name used by the Microsoft to market their cloud services. Azure is the name used by the Microsoft, okay, to market their cloud services, guys. To market the cloud services. Okay. Like you have what is that? More supermarket is there. Okay. You have more supermarket. So actually, the more supermarket is owned by whom? By the Birla Group. Am I right? By the Birla Group. The more supermarket is owned by the Birla Group. But whereas it's selling, so we can say the Birla Group is selling their groceries stores. They're running their grocery stores with a name called what? More. So in the same way, Azure is the name used by the Microsoft to market their cloud services. And then we have what's it? As you know, data is nothing but what, guys? Information. Data is nothing but what, guys? Information. And again, you have what's it, guys? Engineering. Engineering is something about what? Application of techniques. What it is? Application of techniques. So overall, we can say Azure Data Engineering is nothing but, guys, application of techniques on the data. Okay, guys, application of techniques on the data by using the Azure Data Engineering. So, guys, we can say in short the ADE. In short, we can say it as what, guys? ADE, Azure Data Engineering. And so when we talk about the Azure Data Engineering, guys, it is a bunch of cloud services. Cloud services. So means what? It is a bunch of cloud services. So we have many cloud services available intact here into the Azure Data Engineering. Okay. So what are the cloud services, guys? We can say the following cloud services. Those are called as what? ADF. Then we can say what is it, guys? ADB. Then we can say what is it, guys? Synapse, ADF, ADB, Synapse. Then we can say what's it, guys? AI. That is called as Azure AI. That's A stands for what? Azure AI. It is Azure AI. And then we have what's it, guys? The next one is what? After the Azure AI, you can also say Open AI. See, the difference between the Azure AI and Open AI is that Open AI is from ChatGPT, and Azure AI is from the Azure. AI tools from the Azure. Okay. So then we have what, guys? Apart from this, we also have the Fabric. Likewise, you have many more, guys. So let me list it off, few of it. Okay. So these are all the services we can say, guys. These are all the services we can say, guys. Okay. That is called as what? ADF, ADB, Synapse. Okay. AI, Open AI, Fabric. Whereas apart from this, so these are all the services. So we can say Azure Data Engineering is nothing but it's a bunch of cloud services where these cloud services includes the following. See, there is don't have a notion that you have only these services. You have almost all, guys, you can say 90 plus services are there. How many? 90 plus services. 90 plus services are there, guys. But I am listing few of it, guys. We have 90 plus services are there. Okay. So, okay, many services are there for every, for integration, you have different services. For data migration, you have different services. And for data summarization, you have different services. Many are there. Okay. So in the same way, guys, when it comes to this Azure data engineering, as it's a bunch of cloud services, using these cloud services, guys, we can perform the following task. What is that? The first one is what, guys? Data migration. Data migration. Then we have what's that, guys? Data integration. Data migration, data integration. Then we have what's that, guys? Data summarization. Data migration, data integration, data summarization, and then we have what's that, guys? Data visualization. Data migration, data integration, data summarization, and as well as the data visualization. So we can say, guys, these are all the task jobs we can achieve it by using the Azure data engineering, that is ADE. Okay, guys, ADE. So this ADE includes the cloud, bunch of cloud services, and these cloud services are what you can say, guys. We can perform the data migration job. We can perform the data integration job. We can perform the data summarization job. We can also perform the data visualization job. So you all, we know what are all this. What is data migration? Okay. What is data integration? What is data summarization? What is data visualization? Already we have discussed it in the previous session, guys. Okay. So now let's move further here, guys. Okay. So as you know, these are the bunch of what's that, guys? Cloud services. So we can say here as a part of our session, this ADE includes, guys, this ADE includes the following. What are this included here, guys? ADF, which stands for what, guys, everyone? This stands for Azure Data Factory. Azure Data Factory, guys. And then you can say, guys, we have one more, okay, the service which we are going to see it here, that is called as what? ADB, where the ADB stands for what, guys? Azure Databricks. And then we have the another service that is called as what, guys? Synapse. So we can say what's it, guys? Synapse, Azure Data Factory, Azure Databricks. Then we have what's it, guys? Synapse, Azure Data Factory, Azure Databricks, and we have what's it, guys? Synapse. So Synapse is what? Basically, this is the data warehouse of Azure. As already yesterday I told you, we will see what is data warehouse today. Okay, guys. Apart from this, what we are going to see as a part of the session, that is called as what is Fabric. So we can say Fabric is nothing but Azure Fabric. Okay, guys. And then we also see what's that, guys? AI and OpenAI. Both we are going to see this. Okay. These are all the, guys, these are all the we can say topics, or we can say, guys, these are all the topics or sessions we cover it here, guys. These are all the topics or the sessions we are going to cover it up. That is nothing but we will start with the data factory and we will end with what is it, guys? OpenAI and Fabric. Okay, these are the one we have it, guys. That's it. Okay, this entire thing. So now, guys, the next one. When it comes to this data factory, what is data factory? Basically, data factory is completely, guys, data factory is completely a GUI, which stands for what, guys? Graphical user interface. That means you will not have to use any mouse. There will be no coding. Nothing will be there, guys. Only drag and drop jobs will be there. You have the data factory. But when we talk about the Databricks, you will have what is it, guys? All coding. What type of coding it is? It is a PySpark coding. With PySpark coding with AI feature, guys. With what is it, guys? AI feature. With AI feature. Okay. Suppose AI feature means what? Prompting feature, AI prompting feature. Suppose I'm writing it, this, I'm writing this. It will give you further text. this is the first class going on Azure data engineering. It will understand. It will understand what is type of code you want to write it. Whether okay, so that is called as what? Prompting. That is called as what, guys? Prompting. Okay, guys, that is called as what? AI prompting. That is called as what? AI prompting. So PySpark is provided with the AI prompting automatically. Based on the prompt, you can select it, guys. Okay, that is the one feature. And the second feature, okay, this is the second feature is what? If you want, if you use this PySpark with AI directly, you need not write the code, guys. The system will generate the code for you. But 110%, but you might be getting it out. When system generates the code, then what is the use of you and me? If everything the system can do it without any errors, then what is the use of human? Then there will be no use of human on this earth. Am I right? Everything if the system does it. Guys, the system does it, but up to 70 to 80% only accuracy you will have it. That has to be rectified, that has to be fixed properly as per the situation and needed. Okay, as per the situation and need by the user only. Without the user intervention, these codes cannot run 110% perfectly. Okay, guys, it requires the human intervention, that is mandatory. Okay, so that is the one you have it. That's called as what? PySpark. And PySpark is nothing but what? Python plus a Spark. Python plus Spark. So everybody, almost all, many people having that out. What is it? Python. Okay, guys. Python plus a Spark. Okay, Python plus Spark means, do I need to learn the Python or do I need to learn the Spark? Guys, you need not learn anything here to understand this code, to run this code, to achieve the task. If you really want, okay, to have a better knowledge on this, that is different. But as of now, you don't need to learn anything. Whatever it is needed, we will see as a part of our session on. Okay. And now, guys, the next one, Synapse. Synapse is nothing but what, guys? Synapse is called as the data warehouse of Azure. It is called as what, guys? Data warehouse of Azure. Everyone. Okay. So, what do you mean by data warehouse, guys? Any idea, everyone? Yes, I'm having these many people. Can somebody tell me what is my data warehouse, guys? Any idea? Any vague idea? If you don't have, no problem. I'll explain you that as well. Please.
Where we store the data. US,
You know?
where we store the data,
Okay, very
server
good.
in the server,
Yes, exactly. So,
like
guys, anyways, no problem.
USA,
Yeah, yeah.
Australia, Germany.
Yeah, yeah.
Where
Okay.
that,
Right. No problem. I'll explain you. Simple. Don't complicate the things, guys. Make sure whenever you wanted to understand anything, let's try to make it very simple.
It's an ETL process, right? Extract.
It's not the ETL. Data warehouse is not a ETL process.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
let me explain you. No issues. Okay, let me explain you. Now, guys, anyways, you have a book now. Guys, book. Suppose you have a English book is there. English story book is there. Everyone, English story book is there. If you have been to buy an English story book, okay, guys, if you have been to buy a English story book at the shop, tell me now, you'll ask the shopkeeper to show you the English story books, and he showed you some 100 books. He showed you. So now tell me, are you going to read all those 100 books at the shop itself or not? That means, how do you make the decision of purchasing that book? Tell me practically. If you understand my, the question, that's fine. Or else, if you want me to repeat the question, I'll repeat it once again. See, guys, my question is that I wanted to buy a book for a subject for English. Okay, English story book. I wanted to buy it. So for that, I have been to the shop or a book hostelry and asked the shopkeeper to show the books for English story books. So what he has done, he showed me around 100 books. So now tell me, how do I make a decision of purchasing that book or not? How do you make the decision? Do will be reading the whole 100 books at the shop itself? Yeah, guys. Are we going to read all the 100 books at the shop itself?
No.
Then how do you take a decision of purchasing that book? Any idea? The answer is very close to you. Everyone does it, not you and me. We does it in daily life.
Check for reviews or maybe read couple of pages.
Okay. So guys, what we can do here is simple. Simple, you will have the book is divided into two parts. What is that two parts? Summary paper. Am I right? Summary paper. And then you will have the next paper as what? Detailed. Detailed. Okay, that means summary paper will have like this. Summary paper will have like this. Suppose the topic name is The Little Angel. Little Angel. This is a story name, guys. Okay. A Little Angel. I can say 1 to 10. And here you will have the detailed information. The Little Angel. The Little Angel is a small girl aged 5 years. Something, etc. Okay, I'm not writing any history here. Okay, simple. So just to explain you guys. So this is the one. Now tell me, if you wanted to, this is 10 pages. This story is 10 pages. Now, when you want to take a decision, everybody, when you want to take a decision, you will read this story of 10 pages, or you will read only the summary paper and take the decision. Please tell me now. Which will be easier for you to read?
Summary.
Obviously, the summary. You will read the summary paper and take the decision of purchasing this book or not. That's it. So now, guys, in the same way, we can say to buy a book, the user, okay, the user reads the summary paper and take the decision of purchasing that book or not. So hence we can say, guys, can we say in this? We can say summary paper, summary paper summary paper or prefix paper stores the data in summarized manner. In which manner here? The data will be recorded in which manner, guys? Summarized manner. And here the same data is recorded in what, guys? Detailed manner. Am I right? So these records are used for what, guys? Can you say? This is used for what? Decision making. It is used for what? Decision making. And this is used for what, guys? Verification and validation. Verification and what is it, guys? Validation. So this is used for verification and validation, and this is used for what? Decision making. So in the same way, guys, just like your book, you have a database, guys. You have what's it, guys? Database. Just replace this book like a database. Database means what? A place where information is recorded in the form of a table. That is in the form of what, guys? Rows and columns. That is in the form of what, guys? Rows and columns. A place where information is recorded in the form of rows and columns is called as a table. Is called as what, guys? Table. Is called as what, guys? Everyone, is called as what? Table. The date information is recorded in the form of what? Rows and columns. That is called as a table. Where the table, what is it, guys? Where here you have what's it, guys? Everyone, first one is what? Transaction database. Transaction database. And here the next one, next part is called as what? Data warehouse. DWH means what, guys? Data warehouse. Where everyone, guys. Transaction database is nothing but just like what, guys? Detailed information, which is used for what? Verification and validation. Every detailed information will be there. Here, Transaction database means what? All the detailed information will be there, where it is used for what? Verification and validation. And data warehouse means what, guys? Here only the summarized information will be there. Summarized information will be there. And this is used for what, guys? Decision making. Okay, guys. Decision making. Now, the next question. As somebody said, I think Sai, you said, what is it? To convert this detailed data, guys, to convert this detailed data into the summarized form, we use a process here. That process, we call it as what, guys? ETL. That process, we call it as what, guys? ETL, which stands for what? Extraction. Yeah, which stands for what? Extraction,
Transform and load.
transformation, and loading. Transformation and loading. Extraction, transformation, and what's it, guys? Loading. So this is the process we apply it to convert the detailed data into what's it, guys? Summarized manner. Summarized manner. That's it, guys. Okay. So this is nothing but what? Data warehouse. And here, guys, here, what is it? You have it. Synapse is the data warehouse provided by the Azure. So Azure provides a data warehouse with a name called what? Synapse. Getting my point? Synapse. And then you have what it, guys? Fabric. So guys, the Fabric is a consolidated application. If you use ADF and ADB, okay, guys, if you know ADF and ADB, these ADF and ADB and Synapse can be applied at one stretch on a single application, that is called as Fabric application. That is called as what? Fabric application. So we can say on the Fabric application, guys, we can apply the ADF and ADB. Directly we can apply it here, ADF, ADB, and as well as the Synapse, we can apply it on the same application. That means you need not change this service. So if you use the Fabric service, guys, if already you have the that is nothing but pipelines are there. That is directly you can create the pipeline here. You can start a notebook here. You can load the data into the direct Synapse and perform the analysis on this data visualization process. All this we can do it in a single application. Now it is being corporates are still okay, they are adopting it, this one called as what? Fabric, but it's not in so huge demand right now, because still they are into the starting point of the subject here. So still they are, because most of the companies, they're handling the migration projects only. Migration means very basic, moving the data from the that is nothing but on-premises network to the cloud network. Okay. And then AI, as already I told you, AI is nothing but you just say the system, you just say the application, it will generate the code for you. If you want so and so code, just say it, it will generate it for you. That is the one called what? AI application, guys. Okay. So that's it, guys. So these are the things we have it, guys. Now, the next one, guys. Okay. The next one after this. Okay. When it comes to this, this one, guys. Okay. These are the services we have it. And this is the data hours, everything we have it. Now, guys, next one. What is it you have it, guys? Let us start with the process here. So let's see, first of all, everyone, data. Guys, data. Because as a data engineer, we will be dealing with the data only, guys. So what is data? Data is nothing but what, guys? As you know, it's an information. Data is nothing but what, guys? It's an information. And this information, we get it from where, guys? Everyone? From the source of information. From the source of information. This information, we get it from what, guys? From the source of information. What are the source of information, you can say, guys? We can have the following source of information. That is called as what, guys? Can you tell me what's the source of information? It can be social networking sites, means Facebook, Insta, etc., etc. Then we can say, guys, then we can say what? Banking applications. Banking applications. Then the next one, guys, social networking sites is there, banking applications are there, and then we can say we can also get the data from where, guys? Huh? Social networking sites, banking applications, and then we can also have what's that, guys? Please respond. Social networking sites, banking applications. Yes. Yesterday we have already discussed it. Huh? Okay, no problem. Social networking sites, banking applications, and then we can say, guys, live streaming process.
Twitter.
Yeah, live streaming process, and then we can say, guys, the data which is generated by human. So we can say what's it, guys? Human generated data. We can say what's it, guys? Human generated data or and machine generated data. Human generated data and the machine generated data. Human generated data and the machine generated data. Okay. Then apart from this, you can also get the data from the IoT sensors. IoT sensors, guys. Many more sources are there from where you can expect the data, guys. So these are all the sources of data, we can say, guys. These all are the sources of data from where we can get the data. So this data basically, guys, this data basically is called as what, guys, everyone? Yes, please, everyone. This is called as what? Big data. What is my big data, guys? You know already, everybody. What is big data? Just the word itself denotes big means what? Huge. Data means what? Information, nothing else. Big means huge, guys. Big means huge. And data means what, guys? Information. So we can say huge information. We can say what's it, guys? Huge information. We can say what's it, guys? Huge information. Big data is nothing but what, guys? Huge information. We can say huge information. So the big data is classified into three categories. What are those, guys? The first one is called as what, guys? Structured data.
Unstructured data.
Yes. Before the unstructured, you have one more data, na? Semi-structured data. Then you have the third one is unstructured. Okay, so these are the three varieties of data you can have. The big data is classified into three categories. Now, what is it? Structured, semi-structured, and the unstructured data. Unstructured means what? No structure at all, guys. Just like the photos in your mobile phone, which does not have any structure. Then you have a videos in your mobile phone that does not have any structure. And in the same way, you have chat history, no pattern, no pattern. And then you have what's it, guys? Voice notes. This is also no pattern. Okay. So then you have what's it, guys? Semi-structured. So what is semi-structured, guys? Everyone? The semi-structured is nothing but what, guys? Semi-structured. So you can say unstructured and the semi-structured. Semi-structured means what? Where you have the data recorded in the form of what? JSON, or we can say where the data is recorded in the form of what? HTML, or where the data is recorded in the form of what, guys? What is it? Yes, guys. You have where the data is
CSV.
recorded. CSV is a structured one. It's not a
Okay.
CSV is a structured. It is not a semi-structured. Okay. Then you can say, guys, XML. Then you can say Avro files. These are also semi-structured, you can say Avro files. Okay, so that's it. These are all some of the, guys, files you can say which has a semi-structured data. And then you can say structured means what? The simple, very easy to understand, the tabular data, that is called as what? The data in the form of a table. When you talk about the data in the form of a table, that we call it as what, guys? Rows and columns. Rows and columns. The data in the form of what, guys? Rows and columns. The data in the form of what, guys? Rows and columns. The data in the form of what? Rows and columns. Okay, this is the data we can say, guys. Okay, so I will tell you what is it exactly. Just a brief note of all of them. Guys, when you say about the tabular data, you know the table, no? I can say like this. Suppose there is a table called employees, everyone. And here you can say ID, name, salary. Only 3 columns are there, guys. ID is something like this. Name is Alan, let's see. Salary is 50,000. That's it. I'm giving 113. Bobby, simple. Salary 60,000. This is the data. So now, guys, if you look into the data, guys, clearly you can say these are called as columns. And these you can say as a rows. This you can say as a columns and this you can say as rows. Okay, guys, perfect. Now, this is the data you have it. Whereas when you talk about the semi-structured data, when you can say semi-structured data. So what do you mean, guys? Semi-structured data. Semi-structured data means what? Semi-structured data is nothing but, guys, semi-structured is nothing but the data which is recorded in the form of what's it, guys? JSON file, HTML file, XML file, Avro file. I'll give you one sample. That's better now. JSON. JSON stands for what, guys? JavaScript object notation. Java, everyone. Java script object notation file. That's it, guys. JavaScript object notation file. And in this JavaScript object notation file, guys, the data will be recorded in the form of a key value pair. And in the curly braces, these are the curly braces, guys. Opening brace and closing brace. This is called as opening and this is called as closing. Key value pair. So you can say like this, guys. So simply place the values here in the key value format. That's it, guys. So I'm using placing this value. Sorry. So for this, what is it? You have it, guys. Everyone. What is the key? The key is the ID number. What's the value? 112 is the value. Am I right? So this keys now, the key should be placed under the quotes. Then your comma, come to the next line. What is the next key, guys? Next key is name. Then you can say sal. Salary. So this is salary numeric. Now it will be given normally like this. That's it, guys. This is the one you have it. Okay, this is the one. So we can say, guys, this is the one you have it. That's it, guys. So now this is called the key value pair format. Okay, guys, semi-structured. And obviously unstructured, I already told you. No proper structure, guys. Structured means what? So managing this data, managing the semi-structured, unstructured, and the structured data is the job of a data engineer. So now, guys, the Azure data engineer, okay, guys, the Azure data engineer is job is one of the job, you can see, not all the job, to manage the data. Towards it, guys, manage the data as well, to manage the data as well, to manage the data as well, to manage the data. So what is that management? It does normally we try to convert the unstructured data towards it, guys. Unstructured data towards it, guys.
Structured.
Semi-structured. First of all, unstructured to semi-structured one. And then semi-structured towards it, guys, structured. So these are all the process. So how to make this process? What are the parameters we are going to choose it? All these things we see one by one. Okay, one after the other step, guys. Okay, so that's it here, guys, for this. Okay, and tomorrow we are going to start with the practicals, guys. Now almost all we have done it everything. And now, guys, when it comes to the storages, I can also tell you the storages. So where does this data stores? When you talk about the unstructured, semi-structured, and the structured, guys, all these stores in Azure, in the Azure storages, in the Azure storages, guys, in the Azure storages, in the Azure storages. Okay, guys, in the Azure storages. Let me come to this after the session. Please wait. So we can say what's it, guys? Azure storages. Azure. What are the Azure storages? You can say these are the storages provided by the Azure to store the data. Okay. What is that? You can say, guys, Azure blob storage. This is a very basic storage. Azure blob storage, where this can store any kind of data. What kind of data it can store, guys? It can store any kind of data. Means what? It can store all this type of data. What is that, guys? It can store either structured, semi-structured, or unstructured. And the next one you can say, guys, Azure Data Lake Gen 2. Means what? Guys, Azure Data Lake Gen 2 means what? Azure Data Lake Gen 2 is another advanced storage. What is this advanced storage? You will have it, guys. Here you can store the following data, both structured and semi-structured and unstructured. But what's the difference? You have it. This is called as a limited storage. You can store up to what's it, guys? 500 TB. You cannot store more than that. But here it is unlimited. Unlimited data. No data restrictions. You can store up to whatever the volume of data you want. You can store it here, guys. Okay. That's it. You have it. Okay. So whatever the volume you have, you can store up to that volume of the data, guys, without this one. Okay. So hence, okay, guys. So hence, this is called as what? Unstructured data. Then the next one, guys, apart from this, okay. Yeah. So tomorrow, the demos are completed today. So tomorrow you will have this first class, and class timing is same 9 o'clock, 9 to 10. Okay, and the next one, third one, you have it as what? Azure SQL database. When you talk about SQL database means what? Using of SQL into the Azure, guys. Using SQL Server, if you use it on Azure, it is called as what? Azure SQL database. So Azure SQL database means what? Only structured data will be stored here. No other kind of data. Then the next storage you have it as what, guys? Azure Cosmos DB. Cosmos DB means what, guys? Here it is a database. Okay, where, guys, it can store the following. What kind of data it can store? Okay, guys, semi-structured and yes, guys, semi-structured and the structured. Both the category of data it can store. That is the reason why it is called as what? NoSQL database. It is called as what? NoSQL database. That means it does not uses the SQL here. No usage of SQL. And the fifth one is what is that, guys? Azure MongoDB. MongoDB is also same, guys. MongoDB is almost all same. Okay. So we can say what's that, guys? MongoDB is also same, where it does not uses the SQL here. So we use what's that? NoSQL database. This is also called as what? NoSQL database. Likewise, you have the next one, guys. That is called as what? Azure Synapse. That is called as data warehouse. So here, as we talk about the data warehouse now, guys, Here only structured data will be there. No other kind of data except the structured data. Except the structured, no other type of data is supported here, guys. Likewise, you have many storages are there, guys. So anyways, that we will see one by one. So now how to deal this with the storages, how to create the storages, all these practicals we are going to start it from tomorrow onwards. That's it, guys. Okay. So the duration of this session is, guys, you can say 100 days. And daily you will have the class from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. or maximum by 10:15. If the topic is big, so then you have to wait for 10 to 10:15. Okay, so that's the thing. And then next one, guys. Okay, the course material videos, material, course materials, course videos. Okay, guys, will be provided to you through the Google Drive. One. And the next one, what is that you have it, guys? Yes. What is the next one you have it apart from this? Any other doubts you have it? And topics which are covered here. So I can say ADF, then ADB, Synapse, Fabric, then AI. So this will see the integration part only. And this we will see the complete ADF and ADB. Because if you know the ADF and ADB, we can apply this all same technology, techniques, coding method into the Synapse and Fabric as well, and AI also. OpenAI and AI, I will show you that's not a big problem. Okay, guys, that's it. These are the topics we can see it, guys. That's it here. And tomorrow, from tomorrow onwards, we will have the paid link, guys. Okay, so get registered everyone before the class tomorrow. Okay, so
So I
once
have a
you
question.
please.
Do we have classes on Saturdays and Sundays as well?
No, no, no,
No, Saturdays and okay.
no classes on Saturday and Sundays, unless
Okay,
until it
Monday
is
to
required.
Monday to
If it is
Friday.
required, we will take definitely, but mostly I don't take the classes on Saturdays and Sundays. Okay, because even I am working somewhere,
Sure,
so
sure.
it will be difficult.
Are we also going to have homeworks end of session or
Yeah, I'll give you some things. That is nothing but to work on this.
okay,
If you are able to do that, that's fine. Or else we will see the class only.
good. Sounds good. Thanks.
Okay. So that's the one, guys. Thank you everyone for this session. So about my experience, yeah, almost I have around 11 years of experience in IT, and in this Azure and cloud technology, I have around 5 years. Okay. So I'm currently serving somewhere in corporate, and that's it, guys. Okay. So I have only the morning batches. I don't take any evening batch because evening time is not sufficient. That is, it's not convenient for me because I'll be there with my work. Yeah, please tell me now.
So, do we need to do like any prerequisites for this course? Like,
Prerequisites is really not needed. See, not really needed. If you want, then okay, you can do it.
okay,
Learning of, see, if you keep on learning things, you require it. First, to do it, try to see this, understand it. If you could not, if you're not able to understand, then you can do it at any point of time.
okay,
Because see, if you keep on learning, huh? If you keep on learning, many things you have to learn. Not the things will not end at one stage. You'll have to keep on learning many things. If you see, if you do this, you have to learn the Python. Then if you Python is there, then PySpark is also needed. Am I right?
yes,
There's Spark is also needed. If you learn the Spark, again, you can say you require to know the SQL also. Okay. If you learn the SQL, many things are will be attached to that. So if you learn all those things, it will take some time. You first try to do this.
Okay.
If you are not able to understand, then you can go with the rest of the things. What I believe.
Okay. Got it.
So that's it, guys. Thank you everyone for attending the session. Till tomorrow, there will be a change in the link. It will be a paid link from tomorrow to get registered, everyone. And meanwhile, if you guys have any issue and want to talk to me directly or want some clarification, you can also call me on this number. This is my number, guys. This is my direct number. If you want, you can just call me up. Okay. Any doubts you have it. And meanwhile, we will create a WhatsApp group also, guys. On this number, you can just ping me off. I've just put in the chat box also. Anybody, you can take my number and call me up. Okay. That's it, guys. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Any other questions? What is can you cover any Azure storages? Yes, of course. Now Azure storages will cover it. Definitely will cover it, Amar. Okay. Okay, that's it. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.